But despite some criticism from the White House, Baltimore City does continue to tout its record low crime rate. Homicides lower than they've been in half a century, and much of the success has come under 27-year department veteran and now police commissioner Richard Worley. He has reason to feel very proud of his 3-year tenure, but does he? Justin Fenton, our media partner with the Baltimore Banner, just dropped a fascinating profile of Commissioner Worley. And Justin joined us now live. Good to see you, Justin. Thanks for joining us. Great article, very insightful. You spent time with the commissioner on the streets, in his office, in meetings. What's your overall impression?
Yeah, the idea for this story came from the fact that he's coming up on now 3 years as Baltimore's police commissioner. I've covered many police commissioners, and I felt like we don't see him as much as we've seen past commissioners. And there's a reason for that. One, it's not his favorite part of the job. He doesn't relish it. He doesn't always say the right thing. But also, things have been going really well, as you just alluded to. We're down almost 30% in homicides this year over year. We're down more than 60% from 3 years ago. There's less reason for him to be in front of the camera. However, I think readers will also note that in the profile, the time I spent with him was a pretty uncharacteristically tumultuous period, and I got a chance to show people sort of how he handles those things behind the scenes.
Yeah, and you also have some really interesting details about who he is, his past. Growing up in Pigtown, not everybody knows that. I had no idea he had big baseball dreams.
Yeah, I spent way too much time researching his baseball past, but yes, he grew up in Pigtown. He, for a time, attended Harlem Park schools on the west side of Baltimore, and then his father won the Pick Three and was able to send him to Cardinal Gibbons, where he was a standout baseball player. Had big dreams about making the pros. Sort of flirted with it, but has continued to play in semi-pro and adult leagues even to this very day.
So you also go through some of the big cases which have happened, big crimes that have happened since he took over. Brooklyn homes, there are so many of them. In talking with him, which one do you think haunts him the most?
I didn't ask him that question per se, but I would have to say it was the Brooklyn Homes debacle. That happened right after he was appointed commissioner. From the get-go, he said that the department mishandled it at pretty much every phase, and it really had city council members questioning whether this was the right person for the job. But ultimately, he did get the job, and it's been relatively for Baltimore smooth sailing ever since.
And other people, other officers that you talk to, other people in the community, lawmakers, how do they feel about him?
Yeah, people generally told me that he was a guy who's easy to get along with. They feel like he's a straight shooter. He tells them the truth. One thing that I picked up on was that he doesn't have the strongest connection with different parts of the community. There's folks who say that he's not present enough, and they would like to see more of him. But overall, I think people appreciate that he's from here. They think he's doing a good job, and yeah, things continue to go pretty well.
It wasn't in your article, but I'm just wondering if you sort of off the cuff asked him how he's feeling about the Trump administration signaling or singling out our city, as well as some others, and saying that we're just a lost cause.
I did not ask him that, but again, I think that he and the mayor are pretty quick to defend their record here. It's true that our crime rate is higher compared to other cities, but it's also true that it's gone down a tremendous amount, and I'm not sure how much else you can ask for to have these steep declines year after year.
All right. Thank you, Justin, for writing this. I feel like I know him a lot better than I did just watching him handle crime scenes, and I think it's important in a city to feel that way.
Thanks for having me on to talk about it.
Absolutely. Read his story, go to the Baltimore Banner, other great independent reporting. Just go to thebaltimorebanner.com and you'll be able to, I think, get some real insight into the man running our police department.